Oh, why are you?
Oh, that's impersonal.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Hi, I'm Sarah Peterson. I already introduced myself earlier, but unfortunately, our tech person did not have the phone on, so sorry about that. So today I'm going to be talking about the pink tax. Do any of you know what the pink tax is? You've heard about it?
No.
Okay, so basically, the pink tax is the extra cost of being a woman. Products that you buy that are geared towards women are often more expensive than the same products geared towards men. We hear a lot about how there's a pay gap. Women make less, men make more. But not only do we make less, we pay more for the things that we have to buy. And not only do we pay more for the things that we have to buy, biologically we often live longer. So there's more that we need to afford. And longer amount of time we need to afford. More retirement we need to afford. And that all goes down the drain for all the products we have to buy. In 2017, according to Listen Money Matters, $1,351, or women spent $1,351 more a year on personal care products than men. And that was not including tampons, pads, panty liners, anything for, menstrual use. That's just like razors or clothing or soaps, shampoos, stuff like that. It's an absurd amount, And then on top of that, we biologically require luxury items. That's how stores and retail and wholesale consider period products. They are luxury items when periods are most certainly not a luxury for anyone. According to NPR, there was a New York City study done, I believe it was 2015, where 30 out of 35 instances, women paid more than men. And according to Listen Money Matters, that was an average of 7% more than men for the same products. It starts when we're young, too. It's 7% more on toys, girls' toys, 4% more on kids' clothes, 8% more on adults' clothes, 13% more for personal care, and 8% more for senior or home health care products. So that's anything from, little girls' underwear or babies' diapers that are geared towards girls, up until, senior diapers, or different catheters that are geared towards women rather than men, which makes absolutely no sense to me. They're basically the same products. On top of, all the particulars of the items that we pay for, there was also a huge difference in services. So things like paying for your car to get repaired, or going to a salon, or getting dry cleaning done. In California, which was the first state in America to outlaw this, in 1995, they banned charging more for different services, and they were followed by all the different states in the Union, or not Union, United States. But in 2015, there were still 129 violations of this law in New York City. That was only 4 years ago, and that's only the people who were caught doing it. So as I mentioned, vehicle repairs, that's not only tailored to women. They can get some men if they don't know enough about cars, but mechanics often target women because they're less likely to understand, what coolant is versus, if you don't know what shocks are or what a hubcap is, you're less likely to think, this isn't necessary, I can wait on that. So they take advantage of the fear that women don't understand, you've got an oil change, you're also going to need, to fix your Freon. And you're like, no, I'm not, my AC is fine. But, a lot of women don't know that. As for things like safety items for like bikes or skateboards or stuff like helmets, elbow pads, and knee pads, it's 13% more if it's geared towards a girl in cost than it is for boy products. Now, some of that might be, because it's like a unicorn one where there's a horn on it, there's extra plastic, but there's guy ones that have, monster ears, and they're still less than the girl ones. Absolutely ridiculous. they did a study on Old Navy. A couple years ago, Old Navy got caught selling plus sizes for men for no extra charge and plus sizes for women for at least $3.58 more. So they didn't change the prices for men, and their excuse being, oh, it's more fabric for women, was absolutely invalidated because it's the same for men. They just didn't charge more. The biggest issue with this, according to NPR, is that economists think it's okay. They say it stimulates the economy, it gives variety of choices, but the reality is women are still getting the short end of the stick. Just because there's razors out there that we get, you know, that may have soap on them, or are pink, or glide better, you know, they think they can get away with charging more because it's geared towards women than, you know, the gray razors that are for men. Literally, we went to the store and we found these packets of 10 pink razors, and there was another pack like right there of gray razors that were like 14, so both for $1. It was absolutely ridiculous. You go to Target, it's the same deal. So much less for the gray razors than for the pink razors. I guess the moral of the story is don't buy pink razors. You know, they all work the same. But
Stop shaving.
Stop shaving, that too. Honestly, there's a big movement for that right now. But there's things that are unavoidable, like pads or, you know, clothing. You can't not clothe yourself. And if you want to be, you know, not making a mess all over the place everywhere every day when you're on your period, you have to buy certain products. So unfortunately, there isn't much we can do but call attention to it, you know, not give into it when we can. So, you know, buying the gray razors rather than pink razors, buying men's soap, because there's not really much of a difference. It's just bottled differently. And, you know, if we catch the tax and it's completely unfair, bringing it up to different places that might be able to change it, like Old Navy. They wouldn't have gotten caught if customers hadn't complained. So, you know, this was kind of quick and it wasn't seriously comprehensive, but there is a much higher cost for being a woman in America. That also translates, unfortunately, to people who are already struggling an inordinate amount. Our fellow women experiencing homelessness. You know, if they want to buy products for themselves, it's going to be expensive. It's going to cost them more than it should. So today, that's why we're providing some of the items for them. I think if we counted up all the items, and we had some of it donated. There are birds trying to get in. We got most of it donated. Some of the stuff I bought from the dollar store, you know, so it's $1. But even so, if I had to compile all of the products I bought, which would last one period, 1 month, for the soap, or for the shampoo, no, not even that, for the deodorants and the pads, and they are going nutso out there. Like the toothpaste and items like that, that would have still cost them, I think, $7 just for that. And then on top of that, there's only enough shampoo for maybe like 5 showers. So if they consistently had to keep buying it, that's another like $8 if they bought conditioner and shampoo and they bought it cheaply. So we have a burden to help. That's what we're doing today. And I feel like reaching out in this way kind of helps them see that we see their need. And being women, we understand their need and we understand the cost. So buy responsibly, share when you can, just give a little love. One other thing that has nothing to do with my talk, and it costs absolutely nothing other than maybe the cards if you decide to purchase them, is sharing love not verbally, written. You know, it is verbally. Well, what is it? Doesn't matter. Through words. Writing other women letters of love. Especially for women experiencing homelessness, a lot of the time they don't get treated like they're human. They don't get treated like, you know, we get treated when you go home to see your daughter, or you see your sister when she comes down from school, or even the kids you have to talk to that have to give you respect because you're a court monitor. They don't get looked at. They don't get talked to. They don't get hugs. They get ignored. children shied away from them because people are scared. So if we could share a little love that costs us nothing, that could make a great difference for them too. So we're gonna go ahead and gather all the items. If you'd like to write notes, please feel free. We have clipboards, I can get you pens, we have different cards, and in a minute I'll walk through how we're packing the bags. Thanks again for coming. Thanks again for filming.